Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you. Hey guys, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. Today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for April 29th through May 5th. As we get started today, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. And our bonus question for this week is, where is Taurus in your chart? I'm curious because this is an area of your life where you may have sensed some mounting tensions or reasons to make changes. And this week, you're likely to see a spark or breakthrough that unfolds over the coming months in this area of your life. The action of big reveals or the sense of fast forward is coming from the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus on April 30th. Now, a great theme for this eclipse would be grounded passion. It's ruled by Venus, who's happy and content in Pisces, making a conjunction with Jupiter. With this eclipse energy, you're looking for forward motion towards stability, love, beauty, all things that nourish your senses and truly feed your soul. Now, with both Uranus and Mars close by, you can expect the courage to chase this desire, but also that sense of being in the right place at the right time. Now, a thought to keep in mind here as you rocket forward is that you may find that you have to leave something behind. There's always a little bit of give and take during these very, very karmic times. The assurance here is that no matter how you perceive this forward motion in this moment, it really is meant to align you with your higher purpose. Now, to add to the transformational power of this week, we also have Pluto stationing retrograde. He's been paused for a while, looking around the heavens, watching the growth and the news stories, and now he's asking you to come back to the table with him, to think back to what you and your agreement with power and transformation was as the year began. The question is that Pluto has for you, is it possible that there's a hidden gem that you can go back and grab from that period of time, or something that you're working on now that you can truly perfect with the help of Pluto? Now, Pluto will work on this revision with you of January themes until mid-October of this year. Now, speaking of reviews, this week Mercury will enter Gemini, but not for long. On May 11th, he will turn back and retrace the stories and communication that have kind of come up between the end of last week and the beginning of this week. Note this time, work carefully to listen and to communicate, and really let the thought sink in that you're likely to see another side of the story or gain a new perspective between now and June. Keeping an open mind and staying flexible is something you really want to kind of grasp right now with all this energy, because as you can see, there's a lot of forward motion, but you're also being asked to kind of pack up your treasures, close chapters as you step forward into this new story that's revealing itself now. Alrighty, guys, as a weekly reminder, please be sure to listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of where you can work with this energy. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Taurus, let's take a look at your week. Now, Taurus, this week, your individuality, your beauty, and your grace are going to be hard to miss. This eclipse is happening in your first house, so it's definitely going to be impacting your overall vitality, your sense of purpose, partnerships, your roots, and all places in between. Now, with this level of magnetism in your life, this is a great time to shift the way that you approach all relationships in your life, to have an open mind and really elevate your expectations so that those that you're in relationship with support the dreams that you have. Now, doing so is going to invite in new people or expectations that you may not have ever expected to have in your sphere. Now, at the same time, it's also important to kind of dial into what's being said or understood. You're likely to see a different side of the story in the coming months, so hold an open mind and really stay flexible. Now, last week, I mentioned that this is a great time to really lean on teachers and mentors and how they would be helpful during this period of time. That's still really relevant this week. I would invite you to reflect on who or what was inspiring you as the year began. because something in this field of your life is beckoning you back and asking you to consider your relationship with power and transformation, as well as how powerful perspective and faith can be. This is a theme that you'll work on from now until early October. So take your time with it, dig into the story. I'll say it again, Taurus. I do believe that you're holding more answers than you may be aware of. I hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Gemini, let's take a look at your week. Now, Gemini, I have to say, I still really like the theme that I have for you last week, mind over matter, because it is your mind or something deep within that's going to be taking down blinders or revealing things that you have sensed, but possibly tried to ignore with this eclipse season. Now, as overwhelming as that may sound, I assure you in the end, it's going to be a very positive experience, a very healing one. It's going to help you really grasp that growth and expansion that you're sensing around your sense of purpose, your partnerships, your roots, and your overall vitality. So, no matter what surfaces, what is revealed, you're going to have the support you need to work through it. Now, Gemini, I do think that you're going to be tempted to quickly try to work through this transformation, work through the stories that are coming up. But I encourage you to take your time, because this is where your ruling planet, Mercury, will be reviewing and revisiting in the coming weeks. So getting as clear as you can on the first pass will definitely make the next couple of passes very healthy and very powerful in the way of transformation and kind of growing through this healing opportunity. Now, overall transformation, shared resources, letting go of what was so you can embrace what will be, is a powerful theme for you right now. I encourage you to kind of think back to January, when a lot of the same themes or familiar things were coming up from you. Even though it's been a short time, you've learned a lot about yourself. There's been a lot of changes in your life. And I think that if you lean on this knowledge, it will inspire you to really be excited or to work with the transformation that it's inviting you in right now. I do hope you have a great week, Gemini. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look at your week. Now, Cancer, there is an awakening stirring within you, and I have a feeling that you've been sensing it for a while. It may be a dream within you or within a group of people that you're associated with, but it's on the breakthrough. It's on the breakthrough to reaching a new level. This is a time where you really want to lean on your allies, look for collaborations and inspiration, and chase that dream that you have, because the world is waiting on it. It's likely that someone or something that you didn't expect will emerge and help you build this enthusiasm. What talents do you have that are ready to be shared with the world? There's something that you're ready to release so it can kind of go out into the community. Kind of sit with that thought. Now, you may need to revise, you may need to revisit, but the initial plans, the initial inspiration that's coming up right now, I definitely encourage you to take it all in. Work with the plan that's really calling your soul and be open to changes, because that'll invite in even more inspiration in the coming weeks. Now, partnerships still have a heightened sensitivity, but I do think after last week's conversation and this week's inspirations, you're likely to be seeing them with a different perspective. Creating empowering relationships is part of the unfolding story that will have your intention between now and October, when you'll really be ready to kind of move forward with this area of your life. So I want to encourage you to lean on your personal faith and your heart and never compromise what you feel so deep. I do hope you have a great week, Cancer. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Leo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Leo, the fire and excitement around your career and your reputation will intensify this week. In a real sense, what's happening right now is extremely karmic for you. It's likely that a breakthrough that you may not have seen coming or thought you could count on will surface in your life. The opportunities will feel instant, even though it may take months for them to completely unfold. This is a time to stretch your ambition, your heart, and your passion out into all corners of your life. With energy this powerful, holding intentions for the greatest and the highest good of everyone will serve you the best. So kind of think about, this is going to be great for me and everyone else around me, or I can give this gift to the world. Think about it in that way. Keep an open mind, listen, and speak carefully because there's likely going to be revisions in the near future. And holding that thought will help you invite in more creative ideas. So just remember to stay open and flexible with what you're hearing and what you're saying. You may also feel a pause this week or an invitation to kind of go back and look at your daily rituals, your health, and those who support this area of your life. Though you took your time at the start of the year in this area of your life and you made a lot of revisions, the insight that you have now will help you see a new way to approach an old idea. What unfolds here can be very positive, but it will take some time. In October, you'll be ready to shift gears again, and you should be feeling stronger and clearer with your relationship with power and transformation in your day-to-day routines and your life, and especially around your health. I do hope you have a great week, Leo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Virgo, let's take a look at your week. Now, Virgo, you have felt a stirring desire to chase a new horizon, to learn, to teach, to share knowledge for a while now. And this week, the breakthrough inspiration you've been looking for, or a clear yes, is likely to surface. It may take you months to unfold this nugget of inspiration that you find here, which is why it's a good time to lean into on your instincts and your partnerships and dig deeper into the possibilities and choices as they reveal themselves. Now, this is a time when you really want to dream big, like look at the horizon fearlessly and engage in the invitation that it's holding for you. It's also a great time to listen and communicate carefully. There's likely to be some revisions in this area of your life in the coming months, so stay flexible and open to changing the plans that you have here. The opportunities are solid, the details are not quite there yet, but they're coming. Now, with these new possibilities, you may find a reason to pause or to review things in your life that you're deeply passionate about. As the year began, you made some choices, some hard choices, and dug deep into things that you're passionate about. And though you took your time, and you may find now that you have a reason to go back to this area of your life and reflect. Is there something here that you left behind that can support you now? Is there closure that you need? Is there a door that you didn't open? All great things to consider as you look at the big dream and that's in your heart right now. This fall, you'll be ready to move forward with new eyes and new passions. I do hope you have a great week, Virgo. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Libra, let's talk about your week. Now, Libra, karmic transformation is on overdrive for you this week. This energy can come from something as gratifying as paying off a debt or finding a breakthrough way to commit on a deep transformational level. The theme or the area that where you sense this energy may not surprise you, but the unexpected shift that make the changes might. So look for simple answers that were always there, but possibly hidden in plain sight. The revelation may take some time to unfold, but keep your mind open and focused on what you want to happen here. That's going to help bring that to you. Listen and communicate carefully. So when you gain this new perspective in the coming weeks, you'll be ready to kind of work and grow with this idea. Now, the things that come up this week may remind you of January and the intensity around your home and your roots. This is an overall positive pause. There's something powerful that you can use here to help support your life that you may have overlooked. When stories or emotions that come up around this area of your life, look for the hidden gold. No matter how painful or how, like, I don't really want to open that box again, there is definitely a hidden message there. There's a gem there that you can find. At the very least, there's healing that you can open up here. Now, as the fall approaches, you'll be ready to move forward in a bold new way. I do hope you have a great week, Libra. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look at your week. Now, Scorpio, this could prove to be a very karmic week for you that highlights passions around your partnerships and how they impact all outward areas of your life, your career, your home, your vitality. Now, the energy here could be coming from a new partner or one that you're seeing for the first time with the perspective and intention that you have now. No matter how you perceive this new awareness around your partnerships, what's revealed here will help you understand what kind of partner you can be or need at this time in your life. Give yourself some space to change your mind. You do not know the entire story yet. I know that can be frustrating, but more will be revealed in the coming weeks. Scorpio, you have a powerful voice and a message deep within you. And this week, you'll find that you're thinking back to the start of 2022, how far you've come with your voice or in communication with those around you. As you do, you may realize that you have a powerful tool that you left behind. What you find here or revise around your communication may take some time, but by the fall of this year, you'll be ready to use all the gold that you've uncovered here. I do hope you have a great week, Scorpio. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Sagittarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Sagittarius, I have a question for you. Are you feeling inspired and passionate about what you do every day, your day to day routines, or about your health? If the answer is yes, get ready because it's about to kick up a notch or two. If the answer is no, definitely get ready because a breakthrough inspiration is on its way. Now, what this inspiration is going to invite in is giving something or committing to something really deeply, giving everything you have in your day to day routines. Now, the work that you find here or the invitation that you find here could seem overwhelming. Or you may feel like you're at the bottom of the mountain, 0 followers, you need 5 million. But in the end, know that the day to day routine that you're doing, the ritual that you have, is definitely building something sustainable. It's creating roots and beauty that's absolutely unique to you and the truth that you're ready to share with the world. The work you do, the service you give will automatically have you considering your assets, your skills, your resources, and your self esteem. Now, as you do, you may be reminded of something that happened as the year began. And though you thought you had a clear plan, you may find that you left an offer or a gem on the table that can help support you now as you kind of dive into this big movement in your day to day routines. So, going back and finding this gem is going to be absolutely priceless, but it's not something that you can accomplish quickly. So, expect to work on whatever this is to perfect it until October of this year. At that time, you'll be ready to move powerfully forward with a new way of thinking that supports you in all ways. I do look forward to seeing you next week, Sagittarius. I hope you have a great week. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look at your week. Now, Capricorn, this week, karmic actions and breakthroughs are likely when it comes to your passions. This could be love, it could be creative pursuits, or it could be something around your children. You may be ready to give birth to something or conceive an idea. In many ways, this passion and the desire to pursue it is not a surprise to you, but the need to do it now or the way that you're seeing that you could get this done may take you off guard. It's as if a veil has lifted and a fog over your mind is passed, and now you're seeing and feeling things on a new level. Now, this could trigger you to kind of reflect back on how 2022 began for you. Because that time was a little bit intense and held a lot of shifts, you may just now be realizing that there's something priceless that you can go back and use to really help you with the passions that you have now. Now, overall, it could feel like communication and activities are heightened in the coming weeks. So give yourself some space to do things more than once, to see both sides of every matter. And of course, give yourself permission to stay curious. Doing so is going to invite in the solutions that you're looking for. I do hope you have a great week, Capricorn. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aquarius, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aquarius, karmic actions and revelations around your home and roots are possible this week. This energy can inspire shifts around your partnerships and your career too. Though what is revealed here may not take you off guard in eclipse season, the sudden inspiration or the breakthroughs might. It's likely that a less than obvious solution has been closer than you assumed for some time. And now that you see it with a new mind and a new heart, you're ready to act. Now, this could cause a lot of busy communication or actions around things that you're passionate about. So give yourself space to see every side to every story and to stay curious and to definitely change your mind if you need to as you work with this unfolding story. Now, with all this outward focused energy, it may invite you to revisit some soul searching that you did at the beginning of the year. Though you thought you were very clear and in harmony with the power and transformation that you hold within, you may realize that there's more work to be done on the inside so that you can flourish with all these brand new beginnings that are stirring on the outside. This energy is not a race or a marathon, but a stroll back over familiar ground. In October, you'll be ready to emerge more reflective and empowered to move forward with these new stories. I do hope you have a great week, Aquarius. I look forward to seeing you next time. Hey, Pisces, let's take a look at your week. Now, Pisces, what you have to say and who you have to say it to will have some unexpected shifts and twists for you during this eclipse season. Now, the topic of conversation and who it's with may not be surprising, but how fast and easily you can resolve this might be. The energy may also bring up conversations with siblings or those that you stand shoulder to shoulder with in life and how they impact your overall home and roots. I do want to encourage you with this energy to stay curious about how others arrived at their point of view. Because when you stay curious, you're going to invite in new ways to work with forward thinking ideas. Now, all the revelations and the conversations that are going to be stirring for you this week may have you reflecting back to the beginning of the year, to the dream that you had, to the community that was around you, and everyone that was there to support you. With the perspective, with the big reveal that you have this week, you may want to take a couple steps back, relook at that dream, reevaluate it, really make sure that it's your dream and the steps that you want to take forward and what you want to bring out into the community. By the fall of this year, you'll have a clearer view of what this dream is and who you want in your inner circle with you. I do hope you have a great week, Pisces. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at your week. Now, Aries, you may have sensed it coming or it may take you completely off guard, but there is a bit of a plot twist lurking when it comes to your assets, your skills, your overall resources, and of course, the self-esteem that you built. Now, as I said last week, there is a clear invitation for you to step away from a legacy that you're a part of and build your own. Through this eclipse season, you're going to possibly see how you can do this, or you're going to see that you're approaching a situation that's going to give you no other choice but to trust yourself and the skills that you have. Now, any challenges or solutions that arise now will have a gradual unfolding that you can work on. So keep that in mind as you're making your choices and your decisions. It's also good to reflect on any choices that you made around your career or your reputation since January or in January, what mentors or contacts or ideas that you had then. Chances are there's a golden ticket of advice or a new direction that you may not have considered then that you can definitely use now. With this energy, it's important to look for something that is not out of the ordinary, but when given a second chance, makes perfect sense. You may also find that support from places and people that you have really given your time to, things that you've volunteered for, things that you've done behind the scenes, or your inner faith could be very supportive for you when you're making these instinctual decisions to, pave your own path, Aries. So keep an open mind, look deep within, and connect with your personal faith, and you're going to be just fine. I do hope you have a great week, Aries. I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, guys, that is everyone. I do hope you found some very helpful insights to help you work with this week's eclipse and all the brand new unfolding stories and revisions that you'll be looking at. Just as a weekly reminder, if you would love to get a time-stamped email, so all you have to do is go right to the signs that you want to listen to. All you need to do is go to astrologyhub.com/star signs, and we'll be sure to send that to you. Okay, guys, have a good one. I look forward to seeing you next time.
If there's one aspect of astrology that really grabs our imagination, it's this idea that you can tell the future by looking at a piece of paper. Master astrologer Rick Levine recently made this observation, and while the idea is compelling, is it actually true? You'll find out in Rick's upcoming course on timing and transits. Learn what astrology can help you predict and how to do it by going to astrologyhub.com/transits. Enrollment closes soon.